Hey everybody, what's going on? It's middle of October here in zone 7B. The holy basil is still doing just fine. I have an earlier video showing how I planted this out. This is kind of like a breeding project for me. I've got quite a few different kinds of holy basil here and different types of Ocimum. Ocimum is the name of the genus for holy basil, and I think all basils. And just real briefly, I'll talk about each one of them. But just before we do that, the idea is that we're planting lots of different kinds together, and bees love this stuff, so the pollinators will have been all over it all year. As soon as the flowers are out, the bees are on it. Mostly honeybees, mostly bumblebees, but I've seen honeybees as well. And the idea is that they cross-pollinate between all the different kinds. I'm going to save all the seeds, mix them together, grow out another bunch next year, and kind of select the best varieties. And my hope is to find one that will self-seed and be hardy over the winter. If the plant itself doesn't survive, at least maybe it can have seeds that are hardy enough. So I'm doing a bunch of different types here. At the beginning over here, this is Kapur Tulsi. It's already pretty much completely gone, the seed. There's still flowers. That's the nice part about holy basil, is that it has flowers that are setting, have already set, and then ones that have already gone the seed on the same plant. Smell is pretty typical of regular holy basil. If you haven't smelled holy basil before, it's really nice. It's like a mixture of cinnamon, clove, and bubblegum. It's kind of just like this weird mix that somehow works, and it tastes really sweet too, so it makes a good tea. So that's Kapoor. So just a variety of Tulsi. Next to it, I think what this is here kind of got disorganized. It's hard to tell which is which, but the ones that are even more, you can tell these look more like they've already gone to seed. There's not really any flowers here. This is Ocimum Americanum, which is supposedly a little more cold hardy. So the idea was that maybe some of the genes from this one will get into the seeds that I end up keeping. But yeah, these have all gone to seed. The smell is a little bit more cinnamony. Doesn't seem totally as strong as like a typical holy basil, but still really nice. Some of the other varieties I planted didn't make it. I've got two more of holy basil, but these here are just typical Thai lemon basil, hairy basil, I think it's called, and it's called hairy. The leaves in the beginning, when the plant was sprouting, were more fuzzy, but right now they're not. The leaves themselves aren't really fuzzy, so I don't think I should call it hairy. Maybe I wouldn't like that. Sorry basil, but it smells great. It smells like lemon verbena or lemon balm. I like to think of it as almost like a lemon starburst smell. So that's the Thai hairy lemon basil, and you can tell because it's white flowers. Focus in there. White flowers instead of purple, and the leaves are a little bit more oily and light green. So the Americanum kind of had yellow green leaves at the end here, and regular holy basil has like that palish green color. There's a pollinator on one right there. Okay, next to it, there was a couple that didn't, other varieties didn't make it, but one of the ones that did, this one is, oh man, there's Rama and Vana. Sorry about that, just had to check. This is actually Krishna, Krishna Tulsi. And this one's purple. It was purple right from the start. The leaves, the first true leaves were purple from the start, and they're purple at the end. The new growth is like that kind of neon green, which is a really cool color. So a really beautiful plant. Stems are even purple. Smell is not very strong. The leaves are a little tougher. But yeah, that traditional holy basil smell is there, but it's not quite as strong in this variety. And then the last one was Vana, and it has, again, kind of tougher, more leathery. These leaves are more ridged, They aren't as flat and smooth as the other variety is. And the smell, you know, it doesn't have much smell right now. A lot of these varieties of holy basil, they have more smell earlier in the season, so it's probably a better time to harvest them. I'm going to harvest this anyway for tea because it will still be really good. It's just such a fragrant plant. But this one, in the beginning, it actually smelled like curry leaves. If you ever smelled curry leaves before, it just kind of had that like it's hard to describe that smell. It's almost like burnt smell to it. Not super pleasant, but if you use curry leaves in your cooking and you can't grow it in your climate, you could potentially grow Vana tulsi, and it might actually, oh, there's the same pollinator on this guy doing some cross-pollination for us. You might actually be able to use this plant for curry leaves instead. And a lot of these varieties can be used for cooking, and not just for tea, which is what we use it for in the West normally. So yeah, those are the varieties I'm growing. I'm going to do another video next year. All these mixed together. I'm not going to save a lot of the lemon basil variety seeds. I'm going to save a lot of everything else, mix them all together again, and hopefully get some new holy basil varieties. Definitely subscribe if you want to stay up to date on that. Thanks for watching.